before has the nation feared cough syrups like this. Coldrif, a cough syrup meant to heal sniffles and sore throats, has instead snuffed dozens of young lives in India. Blamed for the tragedy is Tamil Nadu-based Sresan Pharma, which made the ingredients of the cough syrup later said to be adulterated. On Thursday, an SIT from Madhya Pradesh arrested 75-year-old G. Ranganathan, the proprietor of Sresan Pharma, in connection with the probe. So what happened? This is how the manufacturing unit of Coldrif looks like. Would you feed your child food made in these premises? Leave alone medicines. No safety protocols followed, no proper storage, no quality checks, and several other violations. No maintenance has happened over 6 years. There are about 364 violations as reported by the Tamil Nadu Drugs Control Department. The contaminated syrup distributed across Madhya Pradesh, Odisha and Puducherry was allegedly made with substandard ingredients. Sresan Pharma substituted pharma-grade propylene glycol, which is a key solvent in paracetamol-based cough syrups, with cheaper, impure alternatives. These alternatives were laced with diethylene glycol sourced from Sunrise Biotech. Regulations mandate ingredient testing, but the company failed to conduct these. The Tamil Nadu Drugs Control Department found that Coldrif samples tested positive for diethylene glycol or DEG, a highly toxic industrial solvent. Strangely, earlier claims by Madhya Pradesh authorities said that the syrup samples were safe. The DEG is believed to be the cause of these tragic deaths. Authorities also sealed the company's manufacturing unit in Kanchipuram, Tamil Nadu. The unit, operating as a sole proprietorship for 35 years, is now listed as struck off. The Drugs and Cosmetics Act and rules mandate regular inspection by drug inspector to ensure quality standards. But Sresan Pharma's facility somehow escaped scrutiny. Now, what has the TN government done about this? State Health Minister Ma Subramanian suspended 2 senior drug quality inspectors for negligence. They had failed to monitor the unit or test Coldrif's quality. There are several cough syrup combinations that are already banned. Here's a list provided by pediatrician Dr. Kafil Khan. It's not just Coldrif. Several other cough syrups have been pulled back from the market. But the fears don't end here, as Sresan Pharma makes around 30 other medicines. Ma Subramanian has said that Sresan Pharma will be completely shut down. The Central Drugs Standard Control Organization has also issued a nationwide alert. It has urged recalls and enhanced testing for DEG in pediatric formulations. Last week, the union government also advised doctors not to prescribe cough and cold syrups to children below 2.
The medications in the cough syrup were not the problem because they were medications that are used day to day, such as paracetamol and chlorpheniramine, which are given for the common cough and cold and fever. But what caused the problem in this cough syrup was a contaminant that was there, which should never have been there in the syrup, known as diethylene glycol, which is an industrial solvent which can cause severe kidney shutdown and liver failure in children. Now, why are substances like this there in cough syrups? That's because usual substances that are added are things like propylene glycol and glycerin, which are added to the medications to increase their palatability, to increase their stability, and that is the reason why substances like that are added. And they are added in their pure form. But sometimes they can get contaminated, and that is what happened here, and that should never have happened if stringent checks had been done. The first thing that parents can do is, for every cough and cold, a cough syrup need not be given. Parents can try to use natural measures such as steam inhalation, humidifiers, hydration, saline nasal drops, honey in children above the age of 1 year. But if the cough is definitely distressing, they need to visit a pediatrician and not get over-the-counter medications. They should never walk into a medical store and ask for a cough syrup and then just give it to their child. They should consult with a pediatrician, and the pediatrician will prescribe the cough syrup, a reputed brand, in the correct dose and for the correct duration, and parents should follow that. Also, what parents can do before giving the drug is check the bottle, check the label, check the batch number, the manufacturer, the expiry date, shake the bottle and see whether it's a uniform suspension, whether there's any foul or odor coming from it, whether there are any particles floating around, anything which is looking suspicious, then don't use that cough syrup. And cough syrups should be used only for that particular duration that the pediatrician prescribes it for. Never use an adult cough syrup for a child. Just because it has been prescribed for an adult in your family, do not give it to a child because the dose could be different.
In Tamil Nadu, health department authorities have launched inspections of over 300 drug manufacturing units. Experts point to a systemic failure in adhering to quality control protocols, with reactive, knee-jerk measures now underway to address the crisis. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization has slammed the regulatory gap in screening for diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol for medicines in India. It has also flagged the potential risk of such contaminated products being exported to other countries. But all this appears to be a case of too little, too late. Young innocent lives have been lost to sheer adult negligence. What happens next? Will the probe go further? Will more heads roll? More importantly, the next time your child coughs, will you reach out for a cough syrup? Let us know in the comments.